Because I think sometimes we have an intention, but if we don't think about the impact and the consequences of what we're doing, then the impact can be very, very different to the intention we set at the start, can't it?
Yeah.
I always find that way if you're giving anybody constructive feedback, I always start with the fact that their intention probably wasn't to get it wrong. Their intention, nobody, I don't think, gets up and goes, I want to have to be really rubbish today, to really suck at what I do.
Yeah.
So if we assume that they're intending to get it right, therefore actually all we now need to work through is the impact of what they didn't align with what they were looking to do. But what struck me as really fascinating in what you're sharing is you're right, it's not too difficult. It is about making sure people feel heard, feel valued, feel respected, feel included. I think one of the things, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, one of the things that I see with the organizations that I work with is the largest part of the challenge that they face in their culture is they've not given their people permission to be part of the solution. And so people aren't coming and sharing their voice and sharing what's happening, like your friend. I mean, 27 years, and then all of a sudden, such a significant impact, on not just him and his role, but his family and friends and whole way of life. That probably wasn't even considered because it wasn't known. And I think that's one of the challenges, isn't it? When you're driving these big companies and you're trying to affect change, you can't possibly know what's going on in every person's life. But that's why you've got a management infrastructure, so that those people should know what's going on in their people's lives to be able to filter that back in, so that you're better able to make calls that aren't so negatively impactful. I mean, I can't begin to imagine what your friend must be feeling after pretty much dedicating his life to that organization.
Yes. And everything you're talking about at the bottom line is showing care for our employees and building trust. So the employees are not going to trust us if they realize that we're not investing the time and having the right intention to create this inclusive culture. I love what you said about listen to the employees.